Yo, what's up? It's Monday morning, and this is the Morning Momentum. My name's Richie.
I'm Ethan.
What's up, Ethan?
You know, just sitting here doing a podcast with you.
You doing well?
I'm pretty decent.
Yeah?
Yeah, because school's over. Got a couple weeks off.
That's great.
Chillaxing.
Yeah, okay.
A couple rounds of golfing.
How you doing with that?
It's the same as always.
Really? You score the exact same on every hole, every single time you play?
It's generally a little over 100 for 18 holes.
Have you ever shot under 100?
Once.
Really? What'd you shoot?
98.
That's incredible.
I know.
Nice job.
I was very happy.
I don't know what the percentage is, but I heard it's a pretty low percentage of golfers that actually ever hit below 100, which surprises me.
I am one of them.
You know, I'm gonna Google it right now as we're talking here because I want to know this. Any national holidays today?
Yeah, this is a good one.
Okay.
I like this one. It's National Drawing Day. Just drawing.
Just drawing doodles?
Yep.
Okay.
I've always enjoyed drawing in my free time and as, so I think it's a good way to express yourself.
Okay.
Good way to get thoughts out in a creative way. Everyone should be creative, I think.
Mm-hmm. I like to draw. My drawings are not good. When I was in school, my go-to elementary school drawing. Mm-hmm. Want to take a guess?
The letter S.
That was middle school.
Okay. All right.
We have an age difference here. Horses.
Really?
I would draw horses.
That's interesting. Were they good?
Yeah. And then in junior high, the letter S was one of those things, but houses. I liked...
the ultimate geometric shaped house.
Yes.
Square and a triangle on top.
And so we would do that. And then I learned how to do three-dimensional drawings in shop class, and so started doing that a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then as I turned 15, 16, my doodles became souped-up trucks and Mustangs and things like that. So I went from horses in elementary school to horses with lots of horsepower in high school. And now I just doodle things that I have no idea what I'm drawing if I'm bored.
I like how your drawings dictated your career. You drew houses, you're like, I'll do shop class and start to do that stuff. And you're like, well, cars are cool, I'll draw those. Maybe I should become a mechanic or something of that nature. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so what's that mean for me now that my doodles mean absolutely nothing?
What did you draw? And the position you're in? I don't know, man. I think you have some talking to do with the man upstairs.
Hey, check this out. So I found these stats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Listen to this. So if you shoot...
These are golf stats, right?
Yeah,
I forgot we were talking about. Yeah.
If you shoot in golf 120 plus, you fall into 11% of golfers.
Okay.
Okay?
Comfortable group.
110 to 119, 10% of the golfers make up that group.
Okay.
100 to 109.
That'd be me. Probably.
24% of golfers out there make up this group. 90 to 99. 29% of golfers make up this one. So this is the biggest group.
Okay.
And then 81 to 89 is 21%. So the majority of golfers fall in that 80 to 109 range, with the vast majority probably being around 95 or so.
Okay.
Under 80, 5%.
Oh, yeah. That's
shoot
pretty
under
good.
80.
That's pretty good. That's almost par for the course.
Isn't that crazy, though? So if you've never golfed before and you're trying to figure out what I'm talking about, the lower the score, the better. It's not like any other sport where the higher the score, the better. It's the lower the score. And so when Ethan and I go golfing, Ethan likes to keep score that the highest score wins.
That's why I'm unbeatable.
He's undefeated. That's not true. We've had some close games.
Kind of.
Just the other day, we had a close one.
It wasn't that close.
By 10.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a lot for
but,
golf, I feel like.
Wait, seriously, one bad hole.
It wouldn't be 10, though. It would be like 2, maybe. 2 or 3.
You shoot 8 on a par 3, that's half of that Am I right?
I did that yesterday.
Did
or
you?
whatever.
Okay,
Whenever,
okay.
When did we go? Last week or whatever?
Yeah.
Shot an 8 on a part 3. That wasn't my proudest moment of that game.
You see what I'm saying, though?
I guess, yeah.
So, yeah, it's only like a hole or two that usually make that difference. So,
Yeah, it's true.
golf it's a weird game. It's one of those games that you love to hate.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm not this guy. Ethan, I don't know what
I
he
have
does.
a feeling
I don't,
whatever you're about to say, I'm probably not.
I don't know. I don't know what he does when he plays golf alone, but
I'm really good.
I don't break clubs or
I've
get
never
mad
broken a club.
or throw clubs. But I've been with golfers that have gotten so mad that they hit a bad shot that they just threw a club away or broke a club in half.
That's too much money for
It's too
me.
much money.
I would never do that.
And I know that they're not buying them at Goodwill for 98 cents or whatever they are a club there. So I'm sorry, but quit doing that, please. If you don't want that club, you can
Give it
send it
to
to
me.
the church.
Yeah,
And
send it to us.
we'll recycle. I've got a couple clubs in my bag that were given to me because of bad shots.
That's pretty. Were they from?
No, we're not saying who they're from.
Oh, okay.
You know who they're from.
I
But I'm
probably-
not
I
saying
do.
who they're from. So
Some of you listening might know who they're from.
you might.
All my clubs were previously used.
Yeah. Mine were previously used, given to me. The only club that I have 2 clubs in my bag that were not used.
Interesting.
My driver and my putter.
The highest and the lowest.
Yes.
Very nice.
The highs and the lows of life.
Golf.
And on the golf course. But anyways, that's enough about golf,
It is enough
man.
about
It's
golf.
so
That's a lot
nice
of golf
out,
talk.
and you know
Depends
what?
on where you're at, but yeah.
I guess it depends on where you're at. You know, if you're in Antarctica right now, it's probably not very nice.
Might be nice, but it's very cold.
It's cold all year. Wouldn't that be an awful place to live? I've watched videos.
Do
of
people live there?
Yes, there's like you know how we got like we've got the International Space Station. There's like the International Antarctica Space Station or something like
Yeah,
that.
but like I don't know. That's like science stuff,
I know, but they're still living there.
I guess.
And but no thank you at all for that. It's been a good week though. You know, I've had the realization, Ethan, as many. If there's parents listening right now, as many of they have also had in this past week, school's almost over.
That it
You're
is.
you're
I'm
excited
done.
because you're done with school
Yeah,
for the summer.
But high schoolers, that's coming up for them.
High schoolers, middle schoolers, elementary schoolers,
Yeah.
they're all getting ready to get out of school for the summer. You know, my kids love to spend the day at the swimming pool, and my youngest, it's sad because like my other 2 I can drop off, but my youngest I can't, and so he doesn't get to go as much. But we try to get him there. Ethan, what was your go-to in the summertime? What did you go to the pool all the time? Were you more of a sit in the air conditioning? Did you go outside and ride a bike? What was your go-to summer thing?
That's a good question. We had a public pool, and then we didn't. And then they put a water park in Springfield that we got a summer pass to one year. That's the only time I ever went there. So the pool wasn't a big thing that we did a lot. We did get swimming lessons once.
How'd that go?
I didn't take them because I was scared. And so all my siblings learned how to swim, and I stayed in the kiddie pool and just sat there. And I never got swimming lessons. And I can't swim still. So swimming wasn't something we did a lot. Riding bikes, being outside, doing stuff with my siblings a lot. Lemonade stands. We did a couple of those.
Nice.
Garage sales, you know.
I love that. We used to get pool memberships. And so, my mom would drop us off at the pool, and we'd hang there all day until she'd get back. We did that a lot. Bicycling, all over town. There was this summer. I'm telling you, I might have been 11 or 12. Could have been a little younger, maybe 10. And my parents finally allowed me to ride my bike for a long distance. And so we had a grocery store about 1.5 miles away from our house. And they would leave me $4 or $5. And I would ride my bike. Listen, this is terrible, okay? I had this Huffy bike. And I would
Nice.
ride my Huffy. I'd put a backpack on. You know what I put in that backpack?
A boom box.
I did.
Yeah.
And you'd put the big D Duracell batteries in there, the big batteries, and then I could have music while I was riding. And I would go to the grocery store, and I would listen to this. I'd get mozzarella cheese sticks, and then
What a
I'd
choice.
ride my bike back, and every once in a while I'd switch it up a little bit and get something else. But most of the time it was like little mozzarella cheese stick nuggets, and I would make them in the oven, and that would be my dinner, my lunch.
Nice.
Then they trusted me to go a little bit farther, and I would ride my bike to my grandma's house.
Nice.
But that was like 2.5 miles away. And typically that was pursued by me calling and asking them to come pick me up because I didn't want to ride my bike all the way back.
It's a long way.
And so, yeah, it was cool. And you don't get to, I don't think kids do that as much as what they used to. You know, I don't think that the world's any different than it was then. I know that people will argue that. I just think that we're a little bit more, we see it a little bit more because of social media and stuff like that. And so,
Yeah.
you know, we don't let kids go play in the woods anymore.
Right.
We used to go play in the woods all the time.
We didn't because we didn't have any woods to play in.
Oh, you didn't have woods. We had woods between our house and our school. And so that's how I'd go to school every day. I'd walk through the woods.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah. Well, there was a
Over
trail.
the bridge and school you go.
Strap the bike to the bike rack and be good. But you know, anyways, summertime is just so different.
Well, we did. I'll say this real quick. We rode our bikes too when we were kids, but we would go to this like open, empty parking lot, and they'd have these like curb, parking blocks, you know. And we'd take these like pieces of wood and stuff and make ramps, and then we'd jump them and do all that kind of stuff there.
So please tell us, were you a BMXer or were you a mountain biker? Or did you have the banana seat?
Mountain bikes.
Mountain bikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fun. We only got like, I don't know, 5 inches off the ground though, but it was fun as a kid.
But it seems so much more than 5 inches.
I know. It was scary.
You do it, you're scared, and then you land it, and it's like, yeah! Like, but if you don't land a 5-inch drop, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
So,
A lot of fun though.
yeah, it's really cool, man. That's neat. I love that. I love the summertime. And for a year, it's only happened 1 year out of my life. We had a swimming pool.
That's
Like a
really
real
nice.
swimming pool.
That is nice.
And I learned some pretty valuable lessons. So if you're listening today and you're considering a swimming pool, have a swimming pool, do not make the mistakes that I did.
Take notes.
The biggest mistake that I did, you ready for this? Mm-hmm. I didn't have a cover.
Yeah, I can see that as a
You want to
mistake.
know why that's such a big mistake?
Stuff goes in that you don't want in.
That was some of it. Bigger mistake,
What?
it evaporates more.
Oh,
And so do you know what evaporates faster? Chlorine.
okay.
And
so you
so
had chlorine gas around
I
your pool?
I had to put
Yeah, the
so
toxic
much
pool.
chlorine into my
Oh,
pool to
expensive.
keep it going, and it cost over $1,000. And I was talking to somebody one time that had a pool double the size. They're like, "Yeah, it costs like $200 to do my pool for the whole year." I was like, "How?" They're like, and so I was telling them, they're like, "There's no way. You must have been swimming in chlorine." I was
Yeah.
like, "We're not. We're testing." And he's like, "Do you have a cover?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, that's your problem. When it gets hot, the chlorine evaporates out of there. You can't have a cover." It's like, "You serious?" So
That's funny.
yeah,
I heard my friend. I would go to friends' houses sometimes. They
Okay.
had pools. If you don't have a fence around your pool, what's the deal with that? Can anybody swim in your pool? I've heard that before.
I think that it's a liability thing. Now we didn't have a fence around
Oh,
ours.
okay. If you don't have a
Like-
fence and someone,
like falls in.
yeah, okay. All right. Not sure it sounded like
It
that.
falls on you, I think,
Yeah.
because then but if you have a thing, then they had to go through it to get to the pool, that kind of thing.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Did you have a fence around your pool?
did not. Yeah. But where we live, it's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit of land, and it's not like it's in like a neighborhood, a plat per se. So, but yeah, it's cool though. I love the summertime. I love being able to get out to hang out. I love making those spontaneous trips to the ice cream shop to get a little bit of ice cream or something with the kids and the family. It's just one of my favorite times of the year. I've always wondered, what did Jesus do when the seasons changed? Now I get it, like where this was. I don't think Jesus was getting a bunch of snowstorms and all this stuff growing up, But like, during summer break, I'm sure they had summer break. I'm sure there was a break somewhere in there,
I feel like, it would have been different because Christmas wouldn't have been Christmas. It just would have been a birthday.
It would have been it would have been. Let's see here. What would they have been celebrating then? There had to have been something then.
But it wouldn't be,
Yeah. Well, it's like this Easter. Mm-hmm. They didn't have Easter. What they have though? Passover.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so some things like that. And so, but yeah. I think I wonder when. This is terrible. I don't know. Yeah, you guys are like, dude, what's this guy doing here? Hanukkah. I don't know when that established.
I don't either.
I don't know. But if you know, let us know. We could Google it, but I don't want to Google it.
I want information from our listeners.
Yeah, we want to know from you. What holidays did Jesus celebrate?
We want to know from you what Jesus did. Tell us, please.
And they celebrated the Israelites getting out of Egypt. That was one of their holidays that we don't celebrate anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Where would we be if they didn't?
Yeah, exactly. So there's some things out there.
Mm-hmm.
They celebrate the Burning Bush Day.
We're just making stuff up.
Yeah, we are. We're just making it up. They didn't
get ice cream though.
They had a music festival they used to go to, the Burning Bush Festival. Sorry.
That's good. That's a good one. I like that one.
Man.
Burning. Yep.
Wouldn't that be like that's the kind of stuff that I think about when I'm reading these scriptures. Like, did they have concerts back then? Like, what? Like, could you imagine?
I think they probably did.
John, Paul, and Peter. I know they were never together, but like, I don't know. You get these guys that are like, they're getting together.
If all the disciples were like this big, it wouldn't be a quartet. They'd be whatever number that is, but they'd all sing on the corner. That'd be good. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got all these. It's awesome. I don't know. I just wonder sometimes.
Fun to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that cool though, to think about those type of things? What songs did they sing? Are we singing any songs that they sung then? I don't know, man.
Probably not, but maybe.
I don't know. There's probably some psalms in there that they were singing, and we could sing those psalms.
Well, that one sermon, you said they sang Light It Up.
Oh, they did sing
So
that.
I guess they do, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They made a reoccurrence about, I don't know, what would that have been? 6 years ago. Came back around.
Oh, man. Yes, I forgot about that song. That's a good song. So, Hey, talk to me, man. You got to talk to me about this, all right?
I'll do my best.
I've got this word that I've been using a lot lately, all right? Talk to me about it. Priorities.
What do you want to know?
What's your first thing? If I say, hey, man, get your priorities straight. What priorities, 1 through 5?
What are my priorities, 1
Top
through 5?
Top priorities, 1 through 5.
Well, I got to say it. God, number 1.
It should be.
Obviously.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Number 2. You know what I don't like to do is put things in order.
I don't want you to put them in order.
God.
I don't want you to put them in order below God.
I'll just say some random things.
I want to hear the 4. We know God's number 1.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I just want to know the other 4. No particular order.
No particular order. School, family, work, fun.
Like the band?
No.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I love the band Fun.
They're the top
They're
5.
top. They're right
top
under
5
God. No. Not the band. Just in general.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think
it's good to enjoy what you're doing.
That's awesome. I love that. I think, listen, if you're not having fun with the things that you're doing, then you're doing it wrong. And there's a lot of times that I have to remind myself of that. Like, hey, look, like, are you having fun with this right now? No? All right, time to mix it up. Yeah. What can you do? And the other day, so I'm a baseball coach.
Right.
The other day, my pitcher, he's struggling.
Who's your pitcher?
His name's Carson.
Oh, okay.
Carson's a good kid.
You're gonna say your son.
No.
That'd be funny.
Carson's a good kid.
Well, you don't have to say his actual name on a podcast.
No, you're good. He's good. You don't know his last name, but he's a great kid. Anyways, I go out and chat with him for a minute. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "Do you like pitching?" "Yeah." "Do you have fun with pitching?" "Yeah." "Then why do you look miserable right now? Smile a little bit. Have some fun."
Mm-hmm.
And you ask people this all the time. Like I watch. Listen, I watch people. I'm here on this stage, so I'm not in a massive sized church where the lights are blinding me and I can't see past the first row of people.
Mm-hmm.
I can see everybody in this room.
We don't have that many rows.
Listen to me. If you're picking your nose in church, we've all seen it. Ethan's seen it. I've seen it. Sarah's seen it. Kristen's seen it.
Yeah.
The Lord sees it,
Sees all.
especially when you wipe it on the seat.
That's pretty gross.
You just never know, man. Anyways,
Yeah.
listen,
Our online community might see it. Probably not, I guess.
we're zooming in on those people.
You don't know it, but we have our cameramen are great.
This is
They catch everything.
fan cam. Fan cam 2.0.
Only our online viewers
Forget
can
the
see
kiss
that.
cam. We've got the pick your nose.
Can you imagine, like, this is off subject, but like the big churches, that have the big screens,
Yeah.
and I don't know, just if they had cameras like that to where they like zoomed in on people and had the up on the screen, the big, like, I don't know, comparing people who they look like.
Can
and
I
that
be
kind of
honest with
stuff.
you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You just gave me a great idea for next year's Super Bowl Sunday.
Great ideas come out of our conversations.
I agree with that. This is awesome.
We should, yeah, let's do it.
I love that. All right. Anyways, so I think great idea. And so, you look over, okay, go back to it. So
All right, let's go back. Let's talk about it.
there's this TikTok video of this guy that's talking about mega churches and the cameramen. And there's this camera guy that's like, he finds this girl like in this moment where she's got her hands raised up and she's crying. And he's like, this is going to get me on the map.
Seen that.
This is going to get me on camera too. Let's go.
Yes.
Come on, switch to this now.
That's funny. I saw that.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny though, man. Like, oh man. But anyways, we see you. Listen, we see you. And some of y'all walk in this door and look miserable. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be awake. I don't want to be in the presence of God. I don't want to do this. Listen to me. You get this really cool privilege to be able to come to church. I don't care what church you go to. Have some fun. Say hi to your friends. If you don't have friends, make friends. For crying out loud, make friends. And if you can't make friends in the church you're in, go find another church.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to candy coat it. Go find another church.
Right.
If you don't have friends at our church, go find another church. Or be friends with Ethan.
I got to tell you something.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have to leave the church.
No!
I can't. I just can't do it.
You need to let the pastor know, though, if you do leave because you can't make friends. Let the pastor know. Like, hey, dude, can't make friends here. It's rough.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Because pastors, sometimes when people leave, it hurts. And so you just gotta let them, hey, dude, it's not your fault, man. We're just not friends. I don't like you. No, don't say that. Do not say that. No! But
Definitely don't say that.
please don't.
Can't find any friends. I'm leaving your church.
But hey, you got to have fun. You got to enjoy the things that you're doing. And so when you talk about priorities, and if you say that God is your number one priority, all right, then you got to prioritize God. If you spend less time with God than you do with the number 2 or your number 3, then is God really your number one priority?
Right.
I know that hurts. I know that digs sometimes, especially for me, like just being real.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I realize, like, holy crap, this week I spent more time with baseball than I did with God. And when you have that realization, it's a tough one.
It's definitely tough, but it's definitely necessary.
You got to have those thoughts, though. You've got to be able to be honest with yourself. I don't know about you, Ethan, but there's times that I struggle to be honest with myself. Like, I know the answer, but I don't want to say it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do. I think a lot of people do. face that, I think.
But you can't get better, though, if you're not honest with yourself.
Right.
You can't improve in what it is that you're doing.
I feel like a lot of people want to improve other people and have conversations with other people about how they're acting than looking at themselves and having that conversation.
I think they want to improve what's going on with them and other people. You get that?
Yeah, I do get that.
And so,
yeah.
if I'm not spending the time with God that I need to, I'm gonna point it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, why are you spending so much time at rugby?
Right.
You spent how much time? 12 hours this week in rugby? How many hours did you spend in devotions? 10 minutes a day? 50 minutes this week and an hour at church? You've got to be kidding me. What's more important to you? But listen to me. I want to say something. I want to say something right now because I know some of you are hearing this and you're going, oh, don't tell me that I don't have a good relationship with God. I'm not saying you don't have a good relationship with God. Listen to me. Your relationship with God needs to be intentional. And if that hour and a half, listen to me, is a good intentional time with God, you and God, it doesn't matter. Listen to me. I need you to hear that. If you look at that and you say, I spent 12 hours in rugby, but I spent an hour and a half with God throughout the week, but those hour and a half, those 90 minutes were the most intentional minutes that you spent your entire week in a relationship.
Yes.
That's what is important. You have to be intentional about the things that you do.
Yeah, I agree.
And so when you talk priorities and you say my number one priority is Jesus, and you dig into the Word and you spend 15 minutes every morning digging into the Word and you spend 10 minutes at night praying and you go to church on a Sunday morning and you go to Bible study and all that time right there adds up to a whopping 6 hours of time and you spend 12 hours of time at baseball, that does not mean that you're a bad person. But I think too many times we put ourselves in a position that we use time as a management on how our priorities look, and that is not the true case of how this thing works.
I agree. Time is very harsh to us.
Ethan, this breaks my heart, man, because I've been this guy.
Let's
Okay?
hear it.
You ever sit there at the park or at a sporting event and watch as dad or mom sit on their phone the entire time? The kids are screaming, Mom, Dad. Yeah, and they're just staring at their phone the whole time. They're not playing with them. They want to play catch. They want to do something else like that, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you go to a play and all you do is sit on a. Listen, I'm telling on myself right now.
Don't tell me you did that.
This was a long time ago. Long time ago. My family knows all about this.
Okay. Let's hear it.
My grandma, she's since passed, was in a play at our church
Yes.
for Easter. Do you know what happens in Easter?
Yes.
March Madness. Ohio State
what I
was
was
playing in the
thinking.
Final Four.
I thought you meant what actually happens for
No,
Easter.
Ohio State was playing in the Final Four.
Okay.
We were there at the church while Ohio State was playing.
Yes.
Back then, they had these little mini TVs because we didn't have cell phones with TVs on them. And so we brought a handheld portable TV with an antenna sticking up.
Are you kidding me?
We sat in the back row of the church because we thought we were safe. Little did we know.
God was watching.
She was watching because that's where they enter the stage from, is the back of the room to the front of the room. And she walks by us as we are staring at the TV,
That's awesome.
watching the game.
That's funny. You're also in the back probably because you needed. Well, did you need an outlet?
No, it was battery powered.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were pretty sweet.
That is very funny. I can't believe you brought a TV to church. And watched
Final
the basketball
Four, man,
game
come on.
during an Easter play that your grandmother was in.
Hey, knowing how her church was, if it was Kentucky in the Final Four, they would have pushed the play back a little bit. But because it was Ohio State, we're gonna play. We're gonna do this play right now.
That is awful yet amazing.
I just told myself though. But listen, I wasn't intentional about being there. I had no intention on being there. Yeah, I spent 3 hours at the play. I don't know, it might have been 2, but it seemed like forever. And the game ended before the play ended, if that tells you how long this thing was. But listen to me. I was not intentional about any of that. None of that.
Right.
And so if I sit on the phone, if I go to a kid's event, if I go and I go to watch Ethan play rugby, or if I'm wherever it might be, and I am only cared about whatever's right in front of me, even if I'm with a group of people, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not. Come on.
No, you're not wrong. I agree 100%. I can't add really a whole lot to it because that's true.
So, intentional relationships. Listen, today is Monday, and it's a tough day. I get it. Mondays are one of my least favorite days, but it's also one of my favorite days because the week gets started. You know, I used to take Mondays off because I was like, I want a day to relax after a Sunday morning, but now I don't. Mondays are not my day off anymore. But I get it. Mondays are tough. You got to get back into the realm of it. You're like, dude, the weekend was great. Let's go. But listen to me. If it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. If it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. It doesn't matter when your week gets started. There's going to be that day.
Yeah.
But listen to me. You've got to set those priorities straight and be intentional about the things that you're doing today. And if you do that, you can conquer anything.
Yeah. I feel like if you start something with the right mindset, no matter what it is, it'll be great.
You want to know what we call that?
What?
Perspective.
Yeah.
What's the perspective that you're putting into what it is that you're doing today? How are you looking at it? Are you looking at it because it's a Monday, so this day sucks? Or are you looking at this as a Monday? This is awesome. I get to do some cool things today. I'm not sitting at home doing anything. Let's go.
Let's get it and let's listen to the morning momentum.
That's exactly what you need to do. Your perspective on life changes drastically through this podcast.
I think it does.
I do think so, man.
I love it. I love doing it. Puts me in a better mood.
Absolutely. So listen, have that intentional time with God today. Even if you can only allocate 5 minutes right now.
Big word.
Today, whatever. You like that? Whatever it might be, I want you to spend that time with God. Don't look at it and say, oh, I can only do.
Right.
Perspective.
Right.
I could only do this. I have the opportunity in these next 5 minutes to be able to spend some time with God.
Yeah.
Like, come on, perspective. Change that perspective. Change the way you look at things. And I promise you, your life will transform.
I agree.
Yeah?
I 100% agree.
Dude, let's go. I love this. I love the things that we got going on. You need to come back and join us on Friday because we got some things we're going to talk about. We're going to continue on with a little bit of this chat about perspectives and all these different things here, but here's the reality of it. Fridays, we have some fun. Last week, we did Boba Monday. We did Boba Friday.
Yeah.
Who knows what you're going to see this week?
Not me.
I don't know because it's only Monday. But I'm excited.
Friday's a coming.
But Friday is coming.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. It's been good.
A great week.
Yes, go out and conquer the day.
And
Take
the whole
that
time
perspective.
think the perspective.
Yes.
And I'm going to go have listen to a good podcast on Friday. At the end of the week.
Absolutely. And conquer this day. You are going to do amazing things today. I know you are. And go out and change somebody's life. Hey, be a part of changing somebody's perspective on the day. They think this day is going to suck because it's Monday, but you know what you're going to do? You might pay for somebody's coffee, and their entire world changes.
Very nice.
You might tell somebody they're pretty. Ethan, you're pretty, buddy.
Thank you.
I like your hat. It's
Even
very
if you
nice.
don't mean it.
Hey, they don't need to know that. It's
They
like a
don't.
precious baby, right?
Very precious.
Very precious. So we cannot wait to be back with you. If you're like, hey, man, I need a little bit more. I can't go on today. I need some more. You can go back and listen to our old podcast on any podcast streaming site. You can also watch us on YouTube. And, man, we cannot
At the Morning
wait.
Momentum.
At the Morning Momentum. And you can watch our Sunday morning worship at the Movement 937.
At the Movement 97. And we should say my head is probably going to be shaved here soon. So get those numbers up and tell everybody about this podcast.
It's getting close. Let's go.
It's
I'm
exciting
excited.
stuff.
It is exciting. Can't wait to be back with you guys. Have a great day, and we will see you Friday.
See you then.
Bye. Great Scott!